So in the days leading up to the state tournament, what I've been doing is I've been scouting the course online. There's some nice links that give you the scorecard and like how far the course will be playing. We're going to be playing down in Silo Ridge Golf Course in Bolivar, Missouri. So I spent a lot of my time just looking at the layout of the course, and then this specific week has been a little like time crunching for me because I've had to also work on my classes and prepare for AP tests, but I've been trying as much as I can to practice at home or even at my country club after school. My first and foremost goal is to win as a team. We have a really great group of talented and able guys, and I think that we've been kind of start trending in the right direction pretty recently. Coming off our victory at our sectional last week, I'm feeling really confident in the group of guys that we have. So our ultimate goal and my ultimate goal is to win state as a team. In the practices leading up to state, we're kind of just stressing about playing our own game. It's going to be a different kind of animal because we're playing up against kind of, Coach Reed has been calling it the big boys of golf. We're going up against really top-notch schools like Rockhurst and Marquette and Chaminade. But we're just trying to focus on our game and make sure we're playing our golf and staying comfortable with our shots. Well, this year's team specifically, we have 3 golfers who were not a part of the team last year. Sean Miner and Keith Shazler are our only 2 returning members from our varsity team last year. And it's kind of a different setting because I know last year we had Ross Steelman and Hudson Dubinsky, both who are now currently Division I golfers in college. It was more of like they had a little bit more raw talent or firepower, and now coming in, we have 2 freshmen with Willie Hose and Chase Canor, and then myself. We haven't been in that position on a varsity team yet, but that's kind of the biggest difference, but I still think that we are capable of winning state, and I think we have a really good shot of winning it.
Well, this year's state team, you know, we're not shooting the same kind of low scores consistently like we were last year, but I'd say what makes this year team more exciting is just the fact that we can go out on any given day, you know, even if we don't have very high expectations, and still produce a low number that's capable of producing the results that we're looking for, which in the case of state would be winning. Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, it was our first tournament win of the season. I mean, we've been looking for it all season, and to finally get one right before state, I mean, it's a huge confidence boost, especially after districts when we didn't do so well. Lost 3 of our 4 best guys from last year, which was Ross, Hudson, and Sam. And so with just 2 returning guys, there was a lot of uncertainty about whether or not we could potentially repeat this year. Like I said, we're not putting up the same kind of scores consistently, but we know that if we play our game, and if we all play to our strengths, that we can produce the same kind of results. It's just a matter of timing. 3 strongest right now in the state are Chaminade, Jackson, and Rockhurst. We've played Chaminade and Rockhurst already, and we got beat by them every time. And then Jackson, we haven't played before, but they've been producing ridiculous numbers throughout the season. So those teams, they'll be tough to beat at state. My main goal is to improve on last year's score. I shot a 77-79. So I'd like to improve on that, and then and I tied for 34th last year, and I'd like to get a top 20 personally. I think that'd be a pretty good goal.
Since the start of the postseason, we've been working on playing consistent golf. Golf is a sport where I think it's really easy to have a great round or a really bad round. So with our guys playing in the postseason, we've had districts and sectionals. We're just working on trying to be consistent with our golf game and make smart shots and don't have any crazy blow-up holes. Last year we were dominant all the time. First place in almost every tournament. This year we've kind of nestled into second place. We got second place in all 6 tournaments that we played in this year. It was cool that last week in sectionals, the big sectional tournament, was the first tournament we got first. And so for the first time the guys are going, we are good enough to be here, and we are good enough to win state and play in state. And so it was kind of a confidence boost. So a little bit of a different mentality, I think, for our golf teams, but it's been cool this year. Like the guys really get along, they've gelled, and now they have confidence in their golf game. Just stuff that I always do, you know, try to be positive, try to think to the next shot, try to play smart golf. Man, golf is such a mental game. You can just beat yourself up mentally if you're struggling a little bit. So the reality is in the postseason, everyone's going to struggle a little bit at some point during their round of golf. The key is to remain positive and focused about kind of what steps you need to take to make sure a bogey doesn't become a triple bogey. You know, not three putting, playing smart golf, all that stuff that we talk about to the guys. My favorite quote is "Don't be a hero," and so that applies to not only my life but the golfers too. Because when you're playing golf, we want to avoid those hero shots or hero moments. You know, hitting it over the water 240 yards and putting it within 10 feet of the cup, or hitting it out of the trees through the tiny little window. What you want to do is play smart golf. You want to pitch it back out to the fairway. And so don't be a hero. I tell it to the guys all the time. Some of them laugh at me, but they laugh at me for a lot of things. But they're good dudes and they're good golfers, so I'm excited to see what we do at State.